Okay, so have you guys ever had a panic attack? Some of you have. Yeah, some. I'm I'm asking that question on a feature-length film that I'm putting on YouTube with no promotion whatsoever. So like all 13 of you that watch this film 2 months from now, have you ever had a panic attack? They're awful, right? Have you ever had suicidal thoughts? Yes. Awful, right? You were in a dark place or whatever. Eh, I'm not dismissing your pain. I'm just saying this is about me. Uh, oh, this is not the first documentary that has been made about the details of my damn life. I think we finally got it. I have been trying to consciously stop panic attacks for... We're not even going to say how many years, because that's up for debate. My life is a panic attack, okay? For various reasons. You can sift through my YouTube channel and you'll know. It's clear. I've been living openly for legal reasons for like 4 years. And when you set boundaries, what boundaries is you tell people don't treat me this way. And if they listen, then good. If they don't listen, then run for your life. Because like there are people, certain types of people, you just can't help crossing people's boundaries. They don't even know they're doing it, but they do it anyway. And oh my god, Rocket City, stop telling me you love me. Holy shit. And nobody gets the point. Yeah, I know. Everybody who's harmed me in my life loves me. That's how that works. I've explained it on stage. Like, some people got it. Other people just like the rhythm of my voice. I hypnotize people. Alfred Ward has advanced that skill set. Hypnotizing audiences, where it's like they're not even necessarily on board with your ideas or concepts anymore, but they are at least listening and interacting with what you're saying and shit. Entertainment's very complicated and only very sharp people can do it. That's why, like, not everybody gets to be an entertainer. Like, that's why you have to have an in. Somebody has to vouch for you and shit. But, like, basics of boundaries is every time you set them, a certain percentage of the people you're setting them with, the social group, are going to do this. You're going to set a bunker, and they're going to be like, no, I'm burning it down. Whether they know they're doing it or not. And they're going to tell you that they love you, and that they respect you, and they're listening. And then they're going to be like, oh yeah, remember those boundaries? Yeah! That's what people do. A certain percentage of people, codependent people. And they do it out of love. I do nothing but put out fires. And it's stressful. And I do not mean my current workplace. I mean every workplace that I have ever worked. And I started working when I was 11 because I fooled people into thinking I was not 11. Because I'm a cunning mimic. Don't let people burn your boundaries or you'll have panic attacks like I do. Here's a panic attack that I turned into a feature-length film because I'm hoping to find closure and stop my panic attacks so people understand what a trigger is. Because people will burn your boundaries to the ground. Trust my process, please. I'm trying to stop these panic attacks by myself. Because no one can fix me but me, right? We've discussed this ad nauseum. Here's the panic attack feature-length film. After this, break master cylinder, pleasant music break, so that nobody gets scared or tries to make this about them.
He had people who were on medication, necessary medication, like nitroglycerin tablets for heart attacks, digitalis, things like oral insulin. He had them come out of the audience and throw their pills up on stage.
God is touching your eyes. Just lift up your hands. Get ready. Here it comes. Oh, glory. How long have you been walking on that walk?
About 3 years.
3 years.
1627 10th Street.
1627 10th Street? Is that right?
That's right.
She has arthritis all over.
Burning this arthritis right out of your body. Take a few steps just to make the devil mad. Hallelujah. That's it. Just move around a little bit. There she goes. Just walk with me. Oh, glory to God. She's not going to need that walker anymore. God's just putting new strength, new health. Burning that arthritis out of her body. Just keep going. Hallelujah.
Who said you can't teach an old dog a new trick? The lying, cheating, rip-off merchant fraudster, the con man, the charlatan, the deceiving, low-life, exploiting dog has learnt a new trick. But let's get up to speed with Prophet Pete's current dissemination, mendacity and con artistry. Now, PP is offering, amongst other things, miracle manna bread. I consider that his exploitation of the old.
God is touching your nerves right now. God is touching your eyes. Just lift up your hands. Get ready. Here it comes.
The young,
I want to get you.
the sick,
I'm going to be healed today. Do you believe Peter has the power to heal? Lord, show him, yes.
and the feeble-minded.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You really believe you're healed?
Yes.
You think her cancers are gone now?
Yes, I believe that because God never lies. We stand on His word. Praise the Lord.
Is disgustingly inhumane. I also consider that he endangers people's lives and may even have cost people their lives as well, and the feeble-minded.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You really believe you're healed?
I don't know if you know this, but I'm tired. Because I started working on an art a long time ago, accidentally. We can't see the Space Needle from here. I live near the Space Needle. Huntsville has a Space Needle. I tease. I feel like I need to explain myself thoroughly so everybody is on the same page. I call the Saturn V rocket the Space Needle of Huntsville because I know that confuses Huntsville. And if Huntsville remains confused, they will stop punching me in the face for no reason. What is going on there? That's a different thing. A lot more focused. I found, like, a closure point in something I've been trying to say, and something I needed to say to, all the people that I form codependent relationships with. It is a survival technique for me. I, as you may have noticed, am a vulnerable man. I was a vulnerable child. My brain, it started going off the rails when I was 4-ish. I was watching Clockwork Orange with my dad. It's not that traumatic of a movie, so calm down. Don't make this about yourself, narcissists. Which, by the way, don't feel guilty for being a narcissist. There's nothing wrong with being a narcissist. They get shit done. You have to I'm arguing with people who I have allowed space in my brain. I've done this more than hundreds of times. I have become immersed in another person's personality, like, more times than you've ever had friends, definitely. Easily. More times than you've had fond acquaintances. Easily. I'm a wanderer. I think you've noticed that. That didn't start months ago, or 2 years ago, or 4 years ago, or the 10-year period that I really let somebody immerse with me. Don't immerse into my world. You will not survive being in my head. Everybody I've let in my head has gone bonkers because they don't have my set of coping skills. The coping skills aren't the crazy. Oh my God. I talk to people about how I have street connections, and they're like, "Oh, Crazy Joel's got a street connection." You have no idea how many okay, people in the
Do you know what the circuit is? Okay, don't tell the property in Huntsville if you don't. That is what we strays call the paltry system of private charities that keep people from dying in the streets. Huntsville's growing. Those nonprofits are going to have to either become more numerous or more effective. I have to do a thing right now. Right now, that has to do with the charity work I do in Huntsville that no one sees. This is something I left for myself earlier. It's Brother Joe's dented can. The brewers let me pick them up. So that I can calm myself. It's a coping thing. There's a bike coming. Whoa! Godspeed, be careful. This wants to be a bike town, Rocket City, and it's not. A Christian man hit me with his my bike as a magical hobo. I say magical hobo. Everybody thought that I was magic for having work experience when I was like a middle-aged homeless man in Alabama, and they were like, "What? You know stuff?" Well, I've been talking 3 times as fast as you. I thought that would be indicative of intelligence, but apparently homeless people are all dumb. It was very difficult to deal with. I dealt with it as gracefully as I could for as long as I could, because it's best if you don't know me. I keep you off balance and I protect myself. It's a coping skill. Please don't take the tinfoil hats away from the crazy people. The tinfoil hats aren't the crazy. It's how we deal with you. Just don't take our tinfoil hats away. That's all I ask. Okay, sorry, I'm ranting. The whole idea was, come get a beer with me. And just bring the stress level down. I've been instructed to do that, as well as several other conflicting tasks. Today I'm choosing to bring the stress level down. Because obviously, everybody's freaked out by Scary Terry West. What is that you say? There's a group in Pennsylvania of people shrinking, because that's how it works, that fondly remember an insane lunatic who was, playing pop songs for a few years and then classic hits, which is pop songs that are oldies but like newer. It's a format they came up with at one point. Oh my god, yeah, I usually avoid the street because of the barking. It's very distracting. And by the way, I only rant to myself, if I'm not doing arts. I only rant to myself if I have been stripped of my coping things. Usually it's simple, calm coping things, but somebody keeps pushing at taking those away. Like, if you take away my safe place, it gets spooky. It's a basic thing. I need a safe place. You give me one, please. And if you don't listen, well, there's no reason wasting my breath, is there? Anyway, the charity work I do. I meet with that guy sometimes behind the Walmart. For drugs, you say? No, clearly I'm not on the right ones, right? No, I'm just having my coping skills systematically stripped, which gives me flashbacks of when I did that with the woman, who, it's not her fault. I allow people into my head. It's a habit. I'll explain it one day. Hey. Right, so, charity work, right? Those of you who know me know that I understand you to a higher degree than others. So you share vulnerable things with me. I do that. Like, I'm definitely responsible for a lot of the effort in those relationships because I know that I'm able to give more than other people because I was raised by Baptist. Jesus, self-sacrifice, I took that shit to heart. I was a really fucked up toddler. My brain, was all off. So I had to learn different coping strategies from you. By the way, you are not me. Hello, Tim's dog. You are not me. You can't handle my life, I assure you. I see how hard you work. And no, I'm not talking about any particular person. I mean human beings. None of you are capable. Live a day of my life, you're gonna break. I live every day of my life, and I don't break. How about stop telling me to be careful crossing the street? I grew up in Baltimore. I know what I'm doing. These are not streets. These are paved country roads. Stop telling me to be worried. I walk close to the street so that you guys look up from your phones. Did you know that? Of course you don't, because nobody listens to Crazy Joel. I think the street thing, because people don't know what Baltimore, how people in Baltimore do. Baltimore's full of people barely surviving, barely. Huntsville's got some people dying in the streets. Some of you have hit some of my friends and killed them with your cars because you had a text message that you just had to look at. It's not a joke. I was very close with that person. That person is now not alive because the bourgeoisie needs to communicate to each other. Probably just kissy face emojis. Sometimes you gotta kill the poor to get an emoji in your phone. I mean, it's a triage. Life is a triage. I get it. You gotta prioritize the things that are important to us. And for some people, the poor are important. And the mentally ill. That's me people. And for some people, emojis are very, 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 very important enough that they would kill a man. So, live your life. I'm not judging you. I'm judging me. I've always been judging me. For the last 4 years, I've been judging me. Going through a process. You don't allow somebody to torture you, and then love you, and then torture you, and then love you, and then torture you, systematically for 9.5 years, without a few ill effects. It's just the same. It's just the same. I'm working through it. It's not about you. It never has been. Oh my God. So, I'm touchy about when people make my mental illness about them. That's a big thing. That's the thing that triggers, months of panic and pushing away so I can root out the toxic behavior and remove it from my life. I have all the information I need now. I have not, not my first rodeo is what the doctors say every single time I see a doctor. By the way, stop telling me what to do with my health care if you can't define the basic terms and speak my language. It's like you're coming up to a Spanish man and you're just yelling English in his face. And he's like, habla español? And you're like, speak English. I know that's the thing you do here in this state, but it's not really helping anybody. Whatever. Jesus Christ. I'm so fucking tired. So, I got dropped off in Alabama like a stray 4 years ago. I'm not managing my stress because I've recognized that I'm in a codependent relationship with all 3 of my supervisors. One of them is pretty good and he understands a lot of things. The other 2 understand a lot of things and they're making it about themselves. Because, I know everybody feels guilty for not saving Joel from death. But y'all do get that I will die. Like, eventually. Yeah, I have a habit of latching on to people who have giant egos because they're easy to control. So I control them. I reflect their personality. I let them just beat me to within an inch of my life in whatever way they're willing. And then I'm like, all right, well, you just took all of me. I'm going to need some of you now. And then that's where the conflict starts. It's a cycle. It's a pattern. It is really tedious. So I do repetitious things to distract myself from the tedium of having to work through the robotic, social, mechanical thing that is being around other people. I'm protected by demons because I work at a hell-themed brewery. I don't work at the brewery, but the brewers are protecting me. They gave me a locker so that I would feel safe, so that I'd have a safe place to put my things. I still haven't fixed that locker, so it's mine. It's full of whatever person before me, had. I don't even remember whose. I found out the other day and it was poignant, but I don't remember the poignancy of the moment because there's been too many moments in the last 4 years. I know this is a scattered rant. I gotta get a new coping strategy if people keep invading my safe place, because that's what I've been doing since I got here, because I started this art project with the clothes on my back and a copy of The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. I found, okay, I had already researched, because, holy shit, I am one of the most brilliant minds I've ever known that I happen to, marry. We dug in before we came here. Both of us were really cunning at getting people to do things and did so to each other, It was an out-manipulation battle for 9.5 years. And so, there's this subconscious part of her that probably chose Huntsville, not just for the economic benefit, but for the fact that she knew, we both knew, nobody was unaware the end game was coming. No one. The family knew. Everybody knew. Oh, man. Jill's either going to die or get stranded. Here we go. We were all on board with where it was going. And we were just waiting for that moment, That moment came. It was 2014, and it was the moment wasn't the catalyst. I'm pretty sure that I finally found the hot button to push to make her actually strand me in Alabama by doing stand-up comedy. Because one of her triggers was always me being a performer. Because my first television appearance was 4 years old. And I pursued it from 4 to when somebody told me not to, and it became a thing. I met the person at a freaking radio station, and then it's well, don't perform because I know it's an issue and I'm trying to provoke you into whatever, or destabilize you so I can make you do the thing I want you to do. These are all techniques. Healthy people use these techniques. Mentally ill people use them for survival, and mostly instinctively. We have to tell ourselves every day, and with every human interaction, to not do the things we do where we crack people's shells. I just happen to be super efficient at what I do because I've been doing it since I was a very, very small child. It's just a thing. My dad had brain damage. My brain's extra undamaged. I don't know how that happened, but it did. I do know how it happened. Janet is okay. You know how? She'll like this if she doesn't watch my videos. My mom doesn't care about my art. Neither do, anybody else. There's nothing wrong with that. My art isn't to be cared for. My art is for me to monitor myself. Take care of my mental health? Okay, I'm monitoring myself and have been for 4 years. I know it looks like I'm performing for people. I figured out a long time ago why I perform, and if I put it all in one place, it's fun to have people look at it because then I get feedback, which is also helpful. As long as the feedback isn't, fix yourself now, because that's not how it works. Holy shit, it's just been a journey. I'm tired. So, all the unfocused bullshit. Let me come back to the threads that are important. That reason I put the laptop down is the man I approached has psychosis issues. And walking up to a man who has psychosis issues with a rolling camera is a dumb idea. So I put it down, I walked over, and I said, hey, I'm still doing that art thing that I told you is stressing me straight the fuck out. I am rolling right now, but it's far enough away that they can't see us or hear us. Whatever. I give a shit. So I just wanted to let you know so that they didn't push any boundaries or whatever. And he was like, oh, no, that's cool. I'm nervous for a different reason. I was like, oh, cool. So you're good right now? And he's like, oh, yeah, I'm good. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go just finish this thing, this art thing. And, I'll be there to hang soon. Because I've been put off just hanging out with that guy. He approached me, dude, and was just, hey, man. I was like, oh, yeah, that's great, but, I'm not, because coping mechanisms, of course I don't. I've never touched the devil's lettuce. That was a slip up. Don't be honest, or somebody might pay attention. I know there's too many thoughts, and this is very hard to follow. That's because I need my coping mechanism. If you challenge them, they get weirder. That's how that works. That's how I do. Okay? That's the thing you should know about me, but I don't let you know until I know I can trust you. Watch Digstown. Watch the last 5 minutes of the movie Digstown. Jesus Christ, guys. I've been telling you the whole time. Nobody listens. I don't care. I tell you anyway. You don't listen. And then you tell me you're not listening. And I'm like, all right, well, we'll just keep going down this path and see where we end up. So in 2014, I went on TV to promote a homeless person comedy show by using a narcissist to set up the show. The narcissist used another narcissist to get a connection to the Narcissist Factory television. And the Narcissist Factory promoted the show. The show was big. It was nice. 120 people, maybe. I don't know. Ish. It was $1,200 for the soup kitchen. It was one of the least toxic nonprofits I found. I was like, yeah, this one's kind of working. Why don't we put the money in there? And we did, and it was nice. And I went on TV, and I went to Straight to Hell, and the people came in, and they were like, we saw you on the TV. You're the homeless guy. And I was like, yes, I'm the homeless guy. And I did a show talking about the myths of homelessness that nobody listened to. And it was pretty awesome. They laughed. Did they absorb the information? No, of course not. I talk Baltimore City fast. People are getting 20%-ish. Understanding that 93% of statistics are made up on the spot. People around here, on average, are getting maybe 20% of the ideas and concepts that I'm just longing to discuss. And it's sad. Okay, you know what? Let's just say it's sad for me. I'll leave it at that. I'm almost to the end of my journey, meaning I'm getting a beer and I'm going to manage my stress so I can tell one coherent story for once. Storytelling's important to me. I'm putting things down so I can understand myself. Self-diagnostics is important if you're as unstable as me. Okay? it's a thing you should understand if you care in actuality about the dude. Okay? Alright. If that's clear, we'll move forward. In 2014, I did a show, a comedy show. It was at a devil-themed brewery. I recognized that the devil-themed brewery and the food truck circuit were areas of economic development that Tommy Battle and the others were, working to advance. So, I, as a homeless person, went on television to promote a charity show for the Devil Bird Bar. I, as a homeless person, bought a hipster taco from a guy. I, as a homeless person, bought, I don't even remember what I bought from the other dude. Him and I are tight. I mean, obviously, this whole thing is about, the tightness is why it's toxic. Hello, America. Do we even have the language to discuss this? So, homeless dude, be friends, not even be friends. None of these people have any idea that they saw or talked to me before. Alright. So, homeless person, suss this out, brew pub owner. It's like, ooh, nice man, empathetic, like it. I think I might be able to work with him. And I think he might be able to understand me. Interesting. Food truck operators. Suss this out those personalities. Okay. Yeah. No, I think I got these two. These two are no problem. Man, I love Bacon Truck and we are tight. I worked hard on the social group of the food truck owners. I was not able to crack the shell of the two that I am referring to having bought food. Like, as a homeless person, do you think I'm going to eat from a food truck? Of course not. The price margins are stupid. For homeless people, for the bourgeoisie, it's great. For homeless people, it's not. We don't buy truck food. We buy truck food for recon. And that's what I did. And then, this is panicked networking, right? Because, homeless people, need jobs, is what they need. And, so I was sussing out personalities, knowing that entrepreneurs are good to track. I just ended up through incredible serendipity and such detail that you won't listen to it, I know. And I'm not talking about any particular person that doesn't listen. I have too much to say. I'm fully aware of it. I can barely get all the details, together in a pile so I can describe it to you. Because my life is stupid. It's joyful, rich. I didn't expect I'd ever say that about existence. My existence is for various reasons that aren't about you or your fault, so don't feel guilty. My life is misery and pain. It just is. My mother raised me fine. She raised me better than fine. I'm more capable than almost all of the people that I befriend, quote unquote. Friends? What the fuck is a friend? Oh, somebody you can trust that cares for you. People care for me so much they think I allow them, entice them, manipulate them into just putting me into a bad state. Because of self-harming. And do that stuff cold turkey. And you'll start figuring out ways. And I saw that, I can kill myself with love. I did a poem about it. You could hear it. It's all out there. Kim knows. She hosted that damn show. Some people have some of the pieces. I don't put all of my pieces in the hands of one person. Because when one person takes all the pieces, they kill themselves. I've referenced this, and people are like, whoa? That is a real story. An actual person, was having a meltdown when they met me, and then they immersed in me as their, savior or life coach. But in the unknown, there are two ways to do this, basically. There's a healthy way where we both respect each other's boundaries. Or the other way, which everybody else understands generally, like even the healthy people, even the normies get what a codependent relationship is, but somebody who's prone to those and not self-aware, whew, they able to step right into those. That's why it's a survival technique for people like me. You know, latch onto the codependent people because it's like, oh, they'll certainly make this about them and forget everything and just, you know, protect me with their life while simultaneously not caring about my life. And it's a very complex subject. I understand why no one understands it except for people who have experienced it. And when I find those people, they are so relieved. Somebody who understands them is talking to them. Some just do come there. Like people call me a goddamn angel. I'm not an angel, I'm a demon. I thought I was being chased by demons. It turns out the demons, they just wanted to protect me. The angels that wanted to save me were like making it about angelic shit and not even listening to me. And this isn't about any one person. This is about a couple hundred people with which I have formed relationships like that. Why do you think I recognize the science? I found like the king of codependency, and I was like, oh, that woman is the best at this. If there was a zombie apocalypse, I would hide behind her still. I don't care. You knock out more teeth. Just protect me from them damn zombies. Ooh, no, you're not coming this way. Okay, we're good. I can cross the street by myself, Huntsville. Oh my god, stop telling me to be careful crossing the street. That is maddening for a really intelligent person to hear. You know? Earlier I started trying to tell you, people in Baltimore are desperate and in survival places, and some of them just can't walk faster. But some of them are in so much pain that if they do walk faster, that it's going to pull something, you know. Like, they're not walking slow to piss off you. They're walking slow because they're in pain. And so, I grew up around people who were like, oh man, people are just walking across the street real slow and it's annoying. But I took in all the information. I talked to people on the street because I'm a wanderer. I love to talk to people. So what I do, I have to spread myself around so I don't break anybody. It's a technique. The strangers, street dwellers, rough sleepers in Baltimore, I figured it out that it's just deadness. It's deadness. They don't care. They know you're probably not going to hit them unless you don't see them. And if you do see them, they know you're going to hit your brakes a little, at least a little. And they do the mathematical calculations of physics to just happen to get there. Right when you pass by, like where it will make you anxious to have passed by that close to them. They're doing that to make you slow down and stop hitting homeless people. I do that here in Huntsville. Oh, there's Jason. He's a centering man, so much so that I reflexively stopped. I'm gonna go get the beer. I'm gonna check the emotional level of the building with a man, and then I'm gonna get my beer. Okay. I did my compulsive checking behavior and read that man's emotions. That man is the man that doesn't stress out, and so reading his face is easier on me than reading the others' faces that are contorting and twisting in ways that they don't know. His face tells me it's slow. We're good. I haven't looked at any of the rooms yet. We're good. There are two safe people over here. Oh, she's new. I don't even fucking know her. But I approached her hanging out in our car because I sussed out her body language that she wasn't having a don't bother me moment and that she'd be an asset later as far as calming. And it turns out, yeah, she works in medical stuff. She understands what's what. Space is our place. Sun Ra. Google it. The artist Johnny. That guy. That guy is a part of this art project that's taken me 4 years to finish, okay? I sussed out this entire thing in a very calculated way to end up where I am because I saw Devil Brew Pub. Yeah, that's my people. So I made sure I got there through a convoluted means. And when I got there, I stayed. Man, my wiring was broke from the courtship. That's serious. Oh, there's so many people. There's so many people and dogs. Dogs are allowed on the patio. You should know that. That's a gentleman. I need a shift here. I just want my shift here because I work the shift today. That's the guy's honking the thing. Okay, cigarettes. Oh God. Okay, so sussed out the situation. Got my shift beer. It is not a Breakmaster Pilsner. You know, it's not like the debut was an event. It wasn't. It was me thanking Breakmaster for a thing. So, one of the codependent people is standing at the Breakmaster Pilsner tap. I know! Oh, I know. Oh my God. Oh, hun, we just met. I talked about you. Yeah, it was. It was the vibe. I read your body language when you first started, and I was like, this is one of the people that knows. And I approached your car, and I read your body language, and I was like, oh, okay, she's not in crisis. She's not in her safe place. She's just in a car like people do. And I approached you because you looked approachable, and we talked, and I was like, oh, she has the medical knowledge. I'm rolling, by the way. I'm doing an art. I'm making an arts. They made a beer. They named it Right. Breakmaster Pilsner's out.
Where's it at?
In the gym. Today's a big day. I was going to go get one for my shifty, but I'm getting a Brother Joseph, which is a good beer, Brother Joseph, for very complicated reasons. I just want to say thank you for that day being a safe place for me. Thank you, miss. I bid you adieu. Oh, it's very do you remember the Faith No More when they did SNL in like 95? Yeah. Oh, right. That dude. Oh, I don't know what was happening. I don't think it was drugs. I think everybody thought it was drugs, but it was like a major breakdown kind of thing. Because he was like wild person. Awesome performance, though. I know. Well, no, see, though, we use that. We can. Healthy people, not so much. They're not as sharp from survival. Of course, because they're projecting themselves onto us. It's a process we go through, whatever. Yeah, now, see, you're saying the things. Breakmaster, we'll love hearing those things. Yeah.
The ones that are playing right now?
The thing, no, the thing that you just said. The ideas and concepts that you understand are going to be soothing to a person who travels space with a helmet on.
Yeah.
And me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
You too. And I do as I do. Every one of you has a different personality set from me. That is how I do. If you understand borderlines, you understand that is what we do. We mirror you. You look at us, and what you think or feel is whatever you think or feel about you. I don't even want this. Like, I got like hernias and shit, and stress beyond measure, and I've been told to take care of my health. So, like, drinking's not drink if I'm stressed out. I just finished a 4-year art project. I'm done. I'll drink Breakmaster Pilsner when I'm ready. I know where the kegs are. 'Cause I know where my safe places are, and I know which safe places are habitually invaded. Because I learned from the best. You cannot out-spooky, scary Jerry West. He will win. Happy Halloween, everyone. I'll tell the scary Jerry story, because it's pertinent. You should know if you care or want to know. That's the journal I had when I hit the streets to network into Huntsville. That thing in my mouth was a cigarette I left 3 days ago near the mural. Because, you know, crazy people have very complicated coping mechanisms that you don't understand. Finding my rained upon cigarette sitting on the ground next to that mural, really, like, that was helpful. I got people all over this campus that have, like, safe places they've given me. The Civil Acts place. Dude, yeah. Come in, hang out, watch the Axis, throw some shit. Anything you need to do, man. We have your back. They didn't tell me what to do. They told me what support they could offer. Because that's how mentally ill people do. They survive. This is where I feel safe. And I'm going to get that beer after detaching from this place for a minute. Because we've defined now my responsibilities, and I'm not going to stay here all day, every day, panicking, trying to find a place where I feel safe. That's not helping my stress. Stress makes your stomach tighten, makes the hernias worse. It's a cycle. Y'all see it? I am degenerating. I know. I am in so much more control than you guys treat me like. I will not be shamed into thinking that the behavior patterns that I recognize from the other 200 people I've immersed with are different this time because they aren't real. No one is allowed to tell me what is real and what is not, because nobody sees my perceptions. I'm quicker than everybody. I am Legion. I have lived more lives than you, and by you I mean anyone you can name who isn't as disordered as I. It's a survival thing. I don't have split personalities, I have a fractured one. Why, to survive, I mirror you. Because I'm like, well, the person you're going to like most is going to be you. So I'm going to be you while I'm talking to you. That goes for every single person I have ever interacted with. It is how I do. Shit. I'm just tired of explaining it. That's like, because every single person in my life who I formed a codependent relationship with and mended things to whatever degree that they're still there, those people who have gone halfway down the rabbit hole of destroying their egos, it's like, okay, I volunteered my ego to be destroyed by someone who is real good at it. And it was a beautiful gift because it helped me get to a place where I understood things more clearly because my ego wasn't in the way. I just had to have, like, you know, a loving relationship gone horrible to get that lesson. I volunteered into it, obviously. I have flashbacky terrible memories all over Eastern Seaboard. Buffalo, jumped out of a car to get away from it, from what I mean by it is just, you know, the insult, you're useless and you're worthless, those little attacks of those. I was in the midst of one that once you put up with it once, well, it's going to continue. That's how those things work. I was in the midst of the... Okay, let me get to the space I'm usually in, the Kierkegaardian space of we laugh at the dark things. This is where I like to stay, but somebody's stripping all my coping mechanisms, like people that are codependent do, without realizing they're doing it. Jesus Christ. It's complicated. It's tough to explain. explaining it for me so I can stop the panic attacks because I have a document that says that that is part of my job. If I don't fix my mental health, I will be fired. Great way to calm my panic attacks. Thanks for that document. Holy shit. I'm trying to be an HR department for like that's, Jesus Christ, guys. Jesus Christ. I'm not even going to be able to publish this. This is going to be unlisted. This is one of the super cry for helps. Fuck. Dude is hawking Breakmaster Pilsner. How the fuck immersed are you? Are you actually going to fire me? Or are you trying to heal me? I don't know. That's why I keep forcing you to tell me you're not going to fire me. That's why I put you in legal jeopardy by... Dude, if I was recording when you said, okay, I hear you that you were injured, and you can't, if you work faster, you will injure yourself. But if you go at the pace, then dishes have to be, like, somebody has to do them, not the injured man. I hear you. And I have one more thing to ask of you, but can you work faster? It's like purposefully pushing my boundaries to get me to blow up on him so he can fire me. It's a very complicated relationship. Codependency. The man with the psychosis, a counsel behind the Walmart. Like legitimately behind the Walmart. It's delicious irony, isn't it, Breakmaster? This video is just for you now because I realize exactly what I'm doing. There's a video just like this with me and Jennifer. This isn't something you have to watch. And Jesus. I mean, like, I can finally, like, just be non-Heisenberg uncertainty principle honest with you and actually break my shell, take my helmet off. Fuck, dude. You are pulling off some shit in my life. Like I said, accidental, you know? Like, all my shit's serendipitous. All of it. But, like, serendipitous way you just stepped in, and I was like, whoop, Breakmaster Cylinder's going to be my savior because I say so. You know, as I do. And the fact that I got it done somehow is fucking my brain up in a good way. I'm sharp. I realize I can handle really stupid, amazing things. So let's make some more stupid, amazing things happen. You know, Roy Moore sued my sketch comedy troupe. Did that. Other people took credit. There's an interview on a line. Guy's egotistical as fuck that runs it. And it's on the CW. And I'm like, oh, you're proud of being on the CW? How cute. You know, but I gotta suck up to the guy if I want to get exposure in the town because, you know, entertainment. Everyone gets a different me, which, it's the whole point, isn't it? The helmet. I mean, it's the whole fucking point, isn't it? Need one of your helmets. Basically. And forgive me for theorizing again, because now I'm just trying to get underneath the goddamn helmet, which that's my problem. You know, that's the thing with me having an instinct to push past boundaries. Like, I gotta remain self-aware and know if it ever bothers you, like, you know, you have to, I'm very careful. You, Dan Perry, Murderface. Dan and Murderface are the people that put the beer together. They're the owners that signed off and licensed. They have to license fucking the crafty beer name, crafty beer pun. This whole thing was instinct on my part. I knew I needed something that would change this. I manipulated my fucking codependent, you know, like just, my boss is just flaming out because he's losing Joel, which is a process. Done this to many, many managers. The thing I referenced earlier that I couldn't continue because I felt watched, but I can trust you, because I know I can trust you. The thing I referenced earlier, one of my managers, like, legit hanged herself after managing me. Legit. Like, she was in a dark time, I could tell. That's why I was like, oh, I know I can get this job. That's why I got the job. And I was like, I took it for like 2-3 months. And it only took me 2-3 months for her to just, like, need to be me. And I let her do that because it puts me in the power place. And I sat in the power place knowing, like, okay, I can walk away from this job anytime I choose. And it was nice to feel a safe place. A place you can feel secure. The arcade gave me a little wiggle room so I could be a radio broadcaster and not die of starvation. And so it was cool. And when I no longer needed that job, I was like, all right, I'm going to cut this job off. To be honest, I needed the spending cash. Yeah, you see, they tell me not to cross the street. I instinctively stopped for that car because I felt them there. These people don't realize the survival level that I live on. So, I needed the cushion still, but I saw toxic behavior between her and her employees. I saw how she was treating her employees because of her pain. And I was like, whoa, this kind of stuff's bad for me. I'm going to run. And so I gave her the Scary Jerry West treatment. That's my top 40 radio personality. Long story. It's on YouTube. I've told it at an open mic because, it doesn't matter. Put your life out there, right? Nobody sees you. Oh my God. Believe me, I understand anxiety and feeling exposed, and I get it. I'm not judging you. Now, see, God, I'm so codependent. Now, I'm doing the behaviors. I'm doing the checking behaviors with Breakmaster Cylinder. It's absurd. Okay, I know you're not judging me because you've proven that. You don't press my boundaries, I don't press yours. We have a healthy relationship. I don't have to do those behaviors anymore. This guy freaking me out. Lurking. I don't know why he's lurking. I don't care. As long as it's not some sort of malicious thing. But I noticed it. Survivalist. Survivatainer. Celebritramp. People like that one. Just bring that one back. Celebritramp. I can't call myself a tramp. I'm protected by the fucking devil. Like, legit. I am so manipulative. My boss made my official title, like officially, the devil's dishwasher. Like, that's my title because we don't have an HR department. I'm the HR department, and I'm also crazy and stupid for putting LED lights in the speakeasy once a day. These people just have, it's about them for them. And so, because they're terrified that they are us, and listen to me immerse with Breakmaster, see? Catching myself, because I'm managing my stress better. Good dude, right there. Shit. So, bring it down, right? There's nobody here but me, and nobody can see me. Even the people who can see me aren't seeing me. I still need one of your helmets. My theory on that, I'm jumping back, because it became important to me now. Don't want to theorize too much. Mrs. President. That was a fun joke for me, by the way. I never believed that. I know I'm crazy, but I'm not stupid. Mrs. President, because you did win the public. I was going to make that a whole thing, but I was really focused on making this beer happen. And I did not manage my stress well enough to make it in any way good. At the same time, pretty goddamn poignant that it just kind of was like, whoop, here it is, whoop, it's gone. Because that's the point. The point is mental illness. Doesn't matter how loud you cry, nobody cares. I mean, they care, but like, about themselves. And they'll make it about themselves. The ones that do, run! I learned that lesson hard. I'm being dropped off in Alabama as a stray, and I've been whining to an intergalactic traveler as well as several thousand very confused Southerners for 4 straight years. And I thought if I put out that beer, maybe it'll stop. I just needed a closure moment. That's the thing. The theory. I mean, obviously, other people are wearing the helmets, like in photo shoots and shit. The idea of you being an art collective did cross my mind. One of the people in the 4-year performance art of me dying in Alabama, or whatever, like whatever Breakmaster Pilsner project became. Oh, by the way, deeper level, did you notice Borderline Personality and Breakmaster Pilsner have the same initials? Oh dear, Joe's so complicated. So many people are going to discover this, like, over time. It is going to get so irritating. Oh no, am I one of your irritants? Oh, let's not have that happen. Oh my god, no, I need you too much for that. And that's me being codependent. I don't need you. I have a dude that's subcontract from the CIA who met me at the pub to show them I know giants. You know, he's a medic. He's 6'7". And he's also imposing as fuck because he has a practiced art of that. And I had him protect me that day to be like, guys, look, I have protectors. Stop acting like I'm your pet. I've got like 55 people checking all day. It's very stressful for somebody who works with paranoid delusions and shit. You know, because I feel like everybody can see my mental illness. Oh shit, I just showed everybody my mental illness. Most of them don't understand. The ones who do are helping. Everybody else is trying to kill me without having any idea. And so I put out this video that says, drink a goddamn beer, slow yourselves the fuck down, look at the bottom of the cup. That's what you should be doing. Look at the bottom of the cup. Live your fucking life. Nothing. Do nothing for that mentally ill person in your life. Listen to them. Be there for them. Offer support. Discuss coping strategies. So what we do. This is the coping strategy stuff. I've learned it from your art because I just happen to be able to extrapolate stuff. You know, we have like being dependent is society. Being clinically codependent will lead to murder. One of them's gonna get the other. That's how obsession works. I studied this in college. But nobody will listen to the crazy man. So I have to pretend to be well to be heard, which happens every day, just not with the codependent people because I'm mirroring them. I can't not be panicky around Dave because Dave is panicky around Joel. And he assumes Joel is always panicking because he thinks that he is Joel and has all of Joel's experiences when he doesn't even have 1% of my experiences and knowledge. I mean, that sounds weighty, but the point is, I've lived more lives than Dave. He's naive, he's from Canada, and he tells me he's naive and he needs my direction. And then he treats me like a stupid, feeble person who can't do anything for himself and needs Dave to rescue him. Because he needs to feel like a protector, even though he knows what he's doing is hurting the entire staff. Like, people have legitimate health issues that are getting worse because of his actions. And I started stepping in and nudging him. He, as an narcissist, recognized that and started gaslighting me to destabilize me because he saw I was making political moves. I, as a better narcissist than he, because I was taught by the best, Janet. My mother is so fucking awesome. She made me who I am, and I was speaking in full sentences by the time I was 2. So don't tell me she raised me wrong. I've come to that conclusion finally. It takes a lot of time to make those kind of truths, you know? But yeah, no, Janet made me like the sharp fucking shark that I am, and I sharked my way all the way up in this brew pub because I was like, these are my people. 4 years from now, I'm gonna fuck these people's world up with my social shenanigans. And you were at like the linchpin. You were the catalyst that got the whole thing going. My first notebook said "Don't panic." It has on communication textually between you and I. I made dumb art to try to get through to my codependent wife who knocked out my teeth and left me in Alabama. See, this person's waiting. That person, like, paused for me so that I wouldn't be hit because they've been seeing me dying publicly for a while. Most of the community has, like, experienced me at one point. That's the game. That's what Bill Riley told me, is just be yourself. And be in front of as many people as possible and you will be famous. That's all it takes. Anyway. January 23rd of probably 2013 or 12. I was in the relationship with the spouse. These are text messages she sent me. This is the kind of jerking around she did. Ready? Okay, let's see. If this recording cuts off before I get to the head on a stick, a real thing in my life. Anyway, I wish our communication would be better by now. And this is like 6 years into the relationship, by the way. And the communication is constant and manipulative. You know, like she was always sending me things to make sure that she knew that I knew that she loved me and that I was where everything I should die. Alternatively, same day, same hour, quick switching with her. I adapt. I made it through 9.5 years. Boy, that was exhausting. Okay, so, Jenny, God, beautiful. She looks great now. She's healthy. Ran into her in the hallway at the brewery. Probably catalyzed this entire mental breakdown. You brought me back from seeing my torturer face to face in my safe place. You have any idea how triggering that is? I think you do, because I've recorded it all for you for whatever reason. It's not, it's for me, and other people will eventually see it, but you're the person I trust more to understand than anybody else. And for whatever reason, you seem to have consumption time, and it's just like, right, if you're consuming media, I'm going like, this is full out. This is the real gift is I'm just opening, and so I'm trying to get down like the weight and gravity of this entire thing so that you get what you did for me. This is the rest of the thank you. The beer, shipping it to you, I got that. Don't worry. Like Friday, I'll have a paycheck that's like ample, and I will know that I stood my ground. And if you're gonna hawk my special moment, when I've told you you're triggering panic attacks in me, you're gonna stand next to Breakmaster. If you're that addicted to Joel that you're standing next to the tap, I'm not coming back then. I walked so far. But you know what? I journeyed 4 years to get there. I can wait. I can wait until my point has actually been made. He's standing by that tap because he wants to fix me. No. Watch the video. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Jen's words don't matter anymore. Right? Don't panic. Why would I read you that? Because I'm having a PTSD flashback. And I want to just dig all through the toxicity that brought me here in the first place. I do hand gestures, and cars move. That's how I live my life. I direct the world. The world does not direct me. When the world starts directing me, I get fucking spooky as shit until the world leaves me the fuck alone. That is my method. When I saw your music, I was like, oh, this person gets my method. They're doing this for whatever reason. They're spooking the shit out of people for whatever reason. You know what? That's fucking great. I'm great at that. I'm going to watch their techniques and see if I can become a better art guy. Because art shit is how I'm surviving. 4 years for one art installation that, like, legit, you and I understand maybe now because you watched a crazy man try to rant through a post-traumatic stress reaction to a long-term toxic behavior pattern he's identified with his 3 bosses. Why would I have 3 bosses? That's not how businesses work. It's because Dave asked for my advice and listened to the first half of my sentences and ruined his business. If he listened to the second half of my sentences, he would have implemented one positive change and fixed his damn dumpster fire of a kitchen. But nobody listens to Joel. Joel can't cross the street by himself. Jesus Christ. The whole just mental illness stigma thing. I think that I made the most censored, edited, not getting me fired point that I could make with that project, and thank you for helping me get that across. Because I saw the wince earlier in this incredibly, I'm sorry, long video. Earlier, when I checked in to get the emotional read on the entire campus, it's because Jason, the bald dude, he knows where I'm at and is on my side and has my back. If I said, hey Jason, I gotta go to front of house, or I'm gonna keep having panic attacks. Please initiate that process with the devil. It would happen. They would take me. They know I'm not stupid. I work for front of house more than I work for back house. I've been doing it for weeks. Do it for months. I've been doing it on purpose. So Dave does not have leverage over me. I know how to play this game. You do not get to leave me in Alabama. I leave me in Alabama. That's how this works. Yeah. So, right, I went around Dave for the codependency thing. I've been doing this all behind the scenes of my discussions about the arts. Jesus Christ, it's been such a journey, but I have tools now. I have supportive people listening. I'm sorry to send you such a long video. Oh, Lord. I'm going behind you. Going behind you. I'm only invading your driveway because I'm going behind you, so you have the choice to pull out whenever you do. That is how we do in cities. I learned in a very busy one. We're coming up to the head. Let me explain the head as we approach the head so you can understand the head on the stake and how much information that I process. When I'm in survival mode, will figure out my immediate community. This house here, like, my politics and theirs, of course, don't match. There's a lot of rebel flags. I'm in Alabama. I'm expecting that, yeah. What I see here, though, is a house with flair. And one day, as I was passing this house with flair, I saw a head on a stake, and I was like, oh, that's awesome. I was like, oh, Breakmaster would love that. Because I let you in my head too much, a little, probably. Yeah, but it led to having better boundaries with other people, so that's fine. Stay in there for a minute. I might need it. So I came to this house and head on stake. I'm just going to get image so you see it. I hate invading people's faces. So I saw that. I took a picture because I was like, awesome. And I felt self-conscious for taking the picture. But when I hid the camera self-consciously and kept walking, Bully in the tree said, we have a head. And I said, I can see that. And I kept walking. The head at the time was bloody. It had a bloody roll. And it was out of Halloween season, you know? So it was alarming. It was an alarming thing. And I loved that it broke me out of what I was in. That's why I watch your videos. Break. Out of what is it? Break. Master. Cylinder. I'm breaking out of the panic state. It's all very layers to the onion, you know? So the head was very important to me for like weeks. And I took pictures of it and different pictures of it. And I don't know. I was just like, love the head, love the head. Because it was one of my safe places with that head. And then it was gone. And when it was gone, I was like, well, you know, that's not, scratch that off the list of safe places. I have hundreds of them. Little spots, places that I go to. And I'm like, okay, here is where I don't panic. I know that's not true. Let's see how long I can stand here. 5 minutes? Cool. My muscles almost don't ache. I'm going to go to another safe place. And I've been doing that since I was like 4. I left the house. I got a mile away. I don't know why. It's a thing I do. I just panic. So, head on the stick. Got closure on that about a week and a half ago. And I think I may have accidentally caused a conversation. Causing conversations is what famous people do. Or it's part of, what people who are promoting themselves do. You have a whole thing to cause people to, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Why am I instructing Breakmaster on how to be famous? And I've been looking up to Breakmaster all this time. You don't actually appreciate it. I don't think you reach. I don't know. You don't believe it? Imposter syndrome? Don't let me therapize you if you don't want it. Ask me questions at any time. It's not too personal. Oh my God. You know, it's what I live for. Dan Perry, he's really touched. Like, he keeps bound. Dan Perry's the guy that owns, he's the owner. Murderface is his enforcer, because Dan's too nice. You know, Murderface has to keep the boundaries. He's the boundary keeper for the brew pub. Murderface and I look at each other, speak with our eyes sometimes, and get what each other is saying, even though we almost never interact. We get each other from him watching my YouTube channel. He was a former sheriff. He dug into my entire thing. I'm pretty sure he watched every video just to make sure, because that's the kind of guy he is. He's dealing with anxiety. He's probably getting shit out of my whole deeper level. Murderface keeps boundaries so well, I bet he didn't even share that he was touched by something. People do that to me, like, constantly. Like, oh, I just had a God moment because I looked at your God shit. And I was like, I am not God. I'm not Jesus. Please do not make me your savior. That will become toxic, So, like, yeah, don't make me your savior. But, anything deep, personal, shoot. You got questions about mental health? Shoot. I have probably experienced a very deep level of whatever it is. Well, that is my life. I'm just a mess. But I'm a really sharp, capable mess. It freaks people straight the fuck out. Freaks the wrong people out. The right people I keep close. You're the right people. Thank you for being right people. There are no good or bad people. There's just people who keep boundaries and people who don't. And you have a goddamn motorcycle helmet. So I was like, I think this person will help me find my safe place. And my safe place is keeping healthy boundaries. And I used the concept of you to teach me to keep healthy boundaries to whatever degree I'm able. That trash can is put there by Ginny. Ginny is suffering morphine withdrawal. That guy I stopped for earlier, he's suffering voices. I've canceled him behind the Walmart. Legitimately behind the Walmart, I have counseled him. Because it was a safe place for both he and I. He let me into his. We all go into each other's safe places with permission. Come into my safe place without permission, I will send the demons after you. And I am more powerful than those demons because I played them to give you a beer. What in the world? And like I said, I get lonely. So thanks for walking with me to almost have that beer. You see? Does anyone see? This is the behavior. I'm recording to protect myself. And I shouldn't feel that way. But I've had 6 meetings with a codependent boss where the conclusion of the meeting is, I'm not listening to you, meaning Dave is not listening to me. He admits he's not listening, continues to not listen to me state my boundaries. And he's like, no, I don't see those. No, you're a crazy person. I can't trust you. Dave, you asked me to help you run your business like minutes ago. Now I'm a crazy person. And it's because he's threatened. It's because I went around him and I was like, the devil protects me, motherfucker. And he realizes that I have him by the balls. So he's doubling down like Jenny did, but he has no power. Not compared to Jenny. Like, if Dave breaks out my teeth, oh my god, yeah, you lose the kitchen. I will certainly take your kitchen away if you punch me. And, man, I've gotten him pissed enough. He almost punched me. This man's not in control of his anger or stress. The people who have punched me in the face in Alabama on the street, they're just suffering and they just punched a face. People in my relationships, I get punched like because I was pushing hot buttons for whatever motivation. I got punched, Jesus Christ, 500 times by Jenny, maybe. Yeah, good estimate. It's 10 years. My neck, everything's fucked. But it's been fucked for like, shit. When I was 8, that's when my mom's boyfriend decided to beat the shit out of me. Things have been bad. I've been broken worse than this. Don't let me cause guilt in you. Like, I hope that it isn't a thing that you do. That, like, you look at me and it makes you sad that a man's dying, We all die. I think part of your work is about that. So I think you're there where I'm not, like, frightening you. It's going to be a fun Halloween because I've taken the power back, dude. That's a colloquialism. I call you they on the official level. I don't know. Close. They, shit. It works. I like that. I miss the anonymity I had. I used to have a motorcycle helmet. It was growing up in Baltimore City. Nobody gives a fuck. Everybody's trying to survive. They don't see you. People die in the streets all the time in Baltimore City. Somebody dies in the streets here, and they're like, oh my god, this is so sad. We should do something next year. And I'm like, we could, like, just not let them die this year. How about, I've been trying since 2014 to convince Huntsville. They don't listen to the crazy person. I have to personally save the damn homeless community. I don't save them. I help when I can. They help me when they can. You know, that's reciprocity. That's community. I needed a catharsis, and I got it making this video. Sending it to you it helps me cinch the closure, the closure of it. It's difficult to enunciate. I've lost too many teeth. I actually firm my lip when I have to really get it done. This is more casual honesty, right? The closure, I just need the closure. I could not get my beer because my codependent proxy for Jennifer is standing at the tap because he's being controlling and he doesn't know. Holy shit. Like, I tell him, you're triggering me, and he's like, okay, I'm going to keep hawking you then. Well, that's what's triggering me. I'm not listening. Okay, well, I'm going to make Dan make a beer, and I'm going to make a video explaining stop fixing people to death, and hope that you don't make this some sort of weird, I don't trust Joel because Joel's crazy thing. But he's still standing by the fucking things that he knows I'm going to check on. He's going places he knows I'll go, and I am a crazy person who wanders, like, erratically to make sure that people can't catch him. He's inspiring the panic and telling me, fix it now. That's gaslighting. That little stumble was me stepping off the driveway because I was having breakthroughs with Breakmaster Cylinder, who, by the way, I'm sending you beer. Yay, I finally get you buy you a beer. You're going to get a much more focused me, okay? And you helped. I tried to explain first to the public, and then my pursuer came into frame of my view, and I was like, fuck no. I'm not having that conflict today. I'm supposed to not have panic attacks. Remember? You triggered one 1 week ago today. No. No, you don't get to ruin Breakmaster Pilsner for me. That's what Jenny did. Ruined anything that was special to me. And I won't have it. That's what Jenny did. That's why I'm having post-traumatic stress flashbacks. These are things I need to tell to Dave. And things that for months he has not been ready. And I needed to get it out to a trusted friend. And I owe you a beer. That money transfer, thank you. Like, that just helps me not, like, break the support system that is pretty hodgepodge. That keeps me smoking the between 1 and 4 packs a day that I use to deal with my Dave Stanley stress. Dude's just pursuing me hard and yelling at me for other people's laptops today. They shoved a bunch of shit they found in the speakeasy in my locker because they figured it's crazy Joel shit. No, that's one of the pinball guys. Holy shit, guys, you are spinning out and killing this kitchen and me, and I can't make you stop. I'm going to disappear verbally in your world, and I will take care of my responsibilities as defined, which took months for me to get through to him that I'm not going to go there open close every day. I told him I will give you 8 by 5, Dave. 8 hours, 5 days. That's how much you get from me, and that is all. So we'll see. Tuesday is my next obligation day. I did less than 8 yesterday and today, which he'll probably use as some sort of leverage point as though he can still have the power. The next step here, because I've done this before with Jennifer, the next step here is I go quiet, dormant. You know, I'm posting about going dormant. I'm going to go quiet as far as at work. Oh, cool, calm, collected individual. I'm going to go like, what? But we still want to think you're crazy. And I'm like, dude, you're watching. I'm not even going to, the art's done. I'm going to drink my goddamn Breakmaster Pilsner because I earned it, because I spent 4 years planning the damn thing in a crazy panicked haze. And the thing wasn't art. It never is. It never was. No artists are making art. They're just handling pain. I was taking opiates that I don't have to take because I do this. So, like, thank you for keeping me from being like a heroin addict or whatever, to deal with what it is that goes on in my head all the time. Whew. Take off this stupid suit jacket. I wore the suit jacket. The guy that sent me a suicide note, that was a close friend of mine, right, just recently, was making the stress even harder on this BP project. I wore this to his grandmother's funeral. I saw his grandmother to her last days in hospice while I was in the last nervous breakdown. Remember the last one? During that, I did a hospice care for the guy who sent me a suicide note this week. It's been so heavy. Makes it feel like there's meaning in life, you know? And that, I think, is what I've been struggling for. I don't know what I'm struggling for. I'm struggling to touch someone, like, with life. And I struggle so hard to touch people's lives that, like, people think I'm fucking magic. I'm just efficient. Not Jesus. I'm a man who finds efficient processes because he's lazy. But sorry about all that business of, like, obsessing and cracking your helmet and, like, figuring out you as an individual, because it seems like you don't understand you. And so it's like, if you don't understand you, why don't I stand in front of you and mimic you until you do? 4 years. 4 years I invested into one person. You have any idea how many people I do this to? I don't invest that much time into anyone. I burn people out in about 1.5 years. That's my typical cycle. About 1.5 years, they're like, oh my God, Joel, we love you. Please don't be here anymore. I think I do it on purpose because I'm afraid of wearing them out. So I try, and that's what borderline personality is. I'm just describing it at this point. That's the next project. I know about postpartum depression. Stop a project, but you know that. You are on the same page. That's one reason I was like, I can trust this person, you know. You, when I've been, like, in the dark places, have been like, do you have a project? That's how you fix somebody helpfully. You just ask them questions. You don't say, you need to start a project. You say, do you have a project? Is that a thing that works for you? You know, non-commanding phrases is important. You know that, and I appreciate that you know that, man. That Tiny Marshmallows video, there's a lot of guilt. Somebody made a playlist, swept my little artsy fan video into you and your universe. It was like Dislotek and BMC. And Joel, because he's obsessed and he's using BMC for a closure moment for himself. Because everything's got to be about Joel because he's a cunning narcissist. So this is my life. This is the reality of my life. Panic walking back and forth the brewery. You wonder why I'm tired. You know, oh, I'm just trying to find a safe place. And somebody is trying to systematically dismantle my safe place. And you know how I get when I am. Spooky as shit. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is going to be so much fun. Christmas is going to be awesome because everybody's going to be friends again. I've done this before. Constance Moore reminds me the most of my ex-wife in body type, face, haircut, and mind. I told her to watch Highlander because when BPs see each other, they get the quickening. And it's like, there can be only one. You know, like if there's a conflict, they pull out swords and only one person's going to survive. She sparred with me and lost. And I conquered her with efficiency. It was like a 3-day, it was good. 3-day turnaround. It's rare. Dave is taking months and it's killing me. Constance, 3 days. 3 days. She's an amateur. She's young. I explained to her what happened, what we did to each other, because I seen her. Shots fired. It was far enough away, don't worry. I see her doing it with other people, and I love her. I don't spook anybody. I don't love. Toxic relationships don't happen between strangers. That's why most of my support group are strangers. It's easier to deal with. Thousands and thousands and thousands of strangers generally know who I am, because that's a skill for survival. A dude, a stranger, I don't know, at the end of this driveway, checked in on me, checking behavior. The whole town does it, and it's tough for me to cope with. I like it when it's healthy, when it's habitual, and it's clear they're addicted to it. That's when it's like, okay, Dave, get the fuck out of my life. Plus, you're my boss. This is going to be complicated. Now I have to get the more powerful people than you to be aware of the situation and on my back, or having my back. I do. I am safe. I have a safe place. I just need to feel it now. So that's the next step. After you find it, you feel that you're safe in it, and you have to make sure everybody knows, hey, this is the thing I need medically. This isn't your life, and it's not about you, and I need you to respect this. I might have to put a sign that says exactly that on the goddamn door. I might, even after all that work of the beer and the video explaining it in like kindergarten terms. I'm still gonna use signage. That's how fucking deep I let this guy get addicted. Before like doing the spook out move and being like, get the fuck back! Don't be codependent with me, get the fuck back! So tired. But I hope you can see I'm more focused now. This was a closure thing I needed to get. You satisfied that need. I owe you. I legit owe you. You don't have to pay for the shipping. I'm not, it's like, he's using money to jerk me around, but like that brewery, Jesus Christ, 200, 300,000 a month is the sales volume. I washed all those dishes. All those dishes. I broke myself doing it by myself. It's a narcissist thought he could just take everything from me. And I kept telling him, I'm in pain. We have to hire fucking people, dude. And it was this whole process. I have a team of 2 people doing this just for me now. And I go in and clock in, and my job is to not have panic attacks. Because he put it on a document. I manipulated this man into bringing my health into it. So it's like, I could take the kitchen from him. I can. For example, the shit he's typing in my DMs is enough. I could win a lawsuit. And I won't, because I don't give a shit about money. That's the point. Money's not the thing. These connections aren't the thing. And you were the thing that I needed to empower myself. And you were on board. And you came through. And I'm going to get into my life where I'm not so stressed that I'm pulling out multiple cigarettes from my pack. When I'm having the strong days, when I'm just sitting there in safe places, or consuming your shit, or manipulating my arts, spitting out the shit that I do to cope with my pain. I don't smoke nearly as much as when I allow myself to obsess on how to not let Dave hawk me, and I can't fix him. But I did the things I needed to set the boundaries. I got the power from above him. We should be good. If he is standing near that tap until they close, that's his punishment. That is his punishment for being a toxic, he's not a toxic man. He's a man with toxic behaviors. Does not see he's doing it. So, okay, hawk it. Dude, hawk it all night. I don't give a shit. There's kegs. I know where the kegs are. I'm going to get some crowlers. I'm going to mail them to you. I have to deal with this behavior until payday first. And I have to come in and give 8 hours. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Thursday night is when I will have economic empowerment to ship it to you. Getting out of these things is hard. Recognizing the signs is new. I'm getting closer to being able to fucking handle this with efficiency, where it's like, okay, broke you, brought you back, we're friends, let's move on, goddammit, this is the kitchen. Can't spend 4 months on fixing Joel, Jesus Christ, focus, guys. I just had 55 people that I sucked in, found the toxic behavior, eliminated the toxic behavior, spit them out. Everybody's on board, except for the 2 closest guys, of course. Those bosses that I sussed out, but buying food truck food from them years ago, so I have the advantage. Complicated. I'm sorry for taking you on the video journey. It's the closure for me thing. I'm gonna type that in the DMs to you now. You're not required to watch it. Nobody's required to watch any of my videos, you know, obviously. This one's just for you, so you know, like, the truth and reality of the gravity of the holy shit. You're helping me maintain my boundaries in ways that hopefully now you understand. Months from when I sent this to you and you were like, God, Joel, okay, I'll watch your feature-length fucking film about boundary issues. I'm going to entitle this Border Patrol Disaster, because that's my next band. Border Patrol Disaster, because Border Patrol is this imaginary gang of real people and intergalactic travelers. There's this Italian woman, you know, there are people in town, there are people all over the country, there are people all over the world. When they see people picking on me, they ask me if they need to step in. I didn't ask any of these people to do it, they just do. And, you know, you're part of the Border Patrol, clearly, because you helped keep me centered enough to use skills I've learned from self-study, how to assert boundaries when they're being stepped upon. Thank you for everything. I'm sending you a beer. You know, what would be a great, oh man, artsy great thank you back thing? Only if you wanna. I should type it to you, because this is a stupid bullshit long video. I'll do that. I'll type it so you receive the message. Okay. But cool thank you thing would be like if you had the helmet, and when you receive the Breakmaster Pilsner, if you went to, and it, because it's a helmet, you don't have a mouth hole for the helmet, you know, you get where I'm going there. That'd be cute, kitschy. Don't let me direct you. You do your art, I do mine, we'll keep the boundaries. I won't even send that in a message, because that's me trying to tell you what to do, but that's a cute idea. Nah, fuck it, doesn't matter. That money that you sent is just, you know, allow me to chain smoke on, you know, coffee shop people are going to buy that kitten's hat to just, like, get me through this codependency breakthrough period. Because I'm not fucking around anymore with this codependency shit. I've explained it. Everybody knows what's happening. Everybody knows only Dave and Clutch can fix it for themselves as far as, like, fucking with Joel's life on a reg. You know, everybody seems to be ready to stop fucking with Joel's life. But that video about how mental illness is invisible, I've been crying for help for, like, months. And everybody's like, why isn't David doing anything? I'm like, I know. It's complicated. I know why he isn't doing anything. I'm handling it with the skills that I know. I just happen to be excellently skilled at this particular type of thing. Because I'm real good at it myself. I use it to protect myself. Other people use it because they don't know what's going on in their head. I have to know what's going on in my head or I'll kill myself. That is the nature of my life. Thank you, BMC. I will get you the beer, like I said, Friday. I'll be able to, you know, take care of shipping enough, plenty of it. The brewers will pay for it probably once the aftermath of this dumb process fully, and everybody processes the, oh, Joel's been crying for help. Yeah, all that open weeping, you know. Yeah, it's an actual, guys, never mind. Please just don't fix me to death. That's all I'm asking. Don't fix me to death. Straight to ale, just protect me like Murderface is doing. He gets it. Point made, you know, in a grand way as I do. Thank you for helping me. I'm gonna go sit by a fire, burn some stuff. Put my mind right, listen to your music. Tiny Marshmallows, man. That one's great. I've listened to that 5,000 times. Easy. I'll talk to you because I'm verbose. Deep share, I know. Sorry. Compulsive apologies. Sorry for apologizing so much. Because I apologize compulsively and I bother people by apologizing too much. I'm sorry for explaining because I over-explain and I'm... Wah, 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 wah.
So don't it strike you funny when you look him in the eye? The devil looks a lot like you and I.
1/10 of a second of rage is a slash in the face and $1 of damage. Every day is a chance to get laid. If you're being screwed, try doing it backwards. Every fable you made up today is a bale of hay round the nail you planted. Way too often awake to the nonsense of saviors and prophets from brains like a cabbage. If you insist, I will pay you a visit and manifest into something you can manage. I'm the fucking devil. Blind their eyes, apply your bandage. Battered in body and mind is as godly as I'm ever likely to be on the planet. Leaving me gory's a neat little story. My viewers improve with some rubble to stand it. Come on, let's spend some time. Don't be shy, BYO mallet. Let's hope the ocean's perpetual motion amends the commotion of everyday action. Tell your father you're fluid like water and hope he can foster a caring reaction. If he's unable to understand it, you cut to the chase and just tell him to panic. The man in black is coming. He'll try to tell you things. He might say we're all equal. Sounds just like hell to me. He might say evolution. We're not sure what he means. You mustn't let him speak. It's time to hide your head beneath your fists and just don't listen, just don't listen. And just don't listen, just don't listen. Just don't listen, just don't listen.
Devil.
Yeah, but I know that. I turn on all these show ass and your ass, you know, yeah, very, oh, you